Once upon a time, deep in a big green forest, there lived a curious little girl named Goldilocks. She was called Goldilocks because of her beautiful, shiny hair that shimmered like pure gold. One sunny morning, while she was out picking wildflowers and chasing butterflies, she wandered a little too far and found herself in a part of the forest she had never seen before. Right there, in a cozy clearing, stood the most charming little cottage she had ever laid eyes on. The walls were made of sturdy logs, the roof was covered in soft green moss, and a wisp of smoke curled playfully from the chimney. "Hello," she called out, her voice a little shaky with excitement. "Is anyone home?" She tiptoed up to the bright red door and knocked gently. Tap, tap, no answer. She peeked through a window, but all she could see were shadows. Curiosity got the better of her, and finding the door unlocked, she gave it a little push. It swung open with a soft creak. "Hello," she whispered again, stepping inside. The cottage was empty, but it felt warm and inviting. The first thing she noticed was a sturdy wooden table in the middle of the room. On it were 3 bowls of delicious-smelling porridge. Goldilocks's tummy rumbled. She hadn't realized how hungry her morning walk had made her. The first bowl was a great big one. She leaned over and took a tiny spoonful. "Ouch, that's way too hot," she yelped, quickly pulling back. The second bowl was a medium-sized pretty blue bowl. She dipped her spoon in. Brr. "This one is too cold." She shivered. Finally, she saw a teeny tiny bowl, just the right size for a little girl. She tasted the porridge from this one. This is just right," she said with a happy sigh, and she ate every last spoonful until the little bowl was sparkling clean. With her tummy full, Goldilocks felt a bit tired and looked for a place to sit. In the living room, she saw 3 chairs lined up neatly by the fireplace. The first was a huge, popper-sized chair. She climbed up and sat down. "Oh, this is too hard," she grumbled, wiggling around. It felt like sitting on a rock. Next, she tried the medium-sized, mama-sized chair with its soft floral cushions. She sank right into it. "Whoa, this one is way too soft," she giggled, struggling to get back out. Finally, she spotted a tiny, baby-sized wooden chair. "Ah, this looks perfect," she thought. She sat down, and it felt just right. It was cozy and comfortable, until, with a loud crack, the little chair broke into pieces and sent Goldilocks tumbling to the floor. "Oops," she whispered, a little embarrassed. Feeling sleepy now, she decided to explore upstairs. There, she found a cozy bedroom with 3 beds. The first was a great big bed with a thick, heavy quilt. She lay down on it. "This bed is too big and hard," she complained. She then hopped onto the medium-sized bed, which had fluffy pillows. "This one is too lumpy," she said, bouncing uncomfortably. Finally, she saw the teeny tiny bed in the corner. It looked so inviting. She snuggled under the covers. "This bed is just right," she murmured, and in no time at all, she was fast asleep, dreaming sweet dreams. Just then, the owners of the cottage, the three bears returned from their morning walk. There was the great big Papa Bear, the kind medium-sized Mama Bear, and the little teeny tiny Baby Bear. As soon as they walked in, Papa Bear looked at his bowl in his big deep voice and growled, "Someone's been eating my porridge." Mama Bear looked at her bowl and said in her gentle voice, "Someone's been eating my porridge too." Then little Baby Bear looked at his empty bowl and cried in his tiny voice, "Someone's been eating my porridge, and they've eaten it all up." They looked around the room. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," growled Papa Bear, noticing his cushion was askew. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear, fluffing her pillows. Then Baby Bear saw his chair and wailed, "Someone's been sitting in my chair, and they've broken it all to pieces." The three bears knew something was not right. They decided to check upstairs, tiptoeing quietly up the steps. Papa Bear peeked into the bedroom. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," he growled, seeing his quilt was rumpled. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, too," said Mama Bear, pointing to a dent on her pillow. Then Baby Bear went to his little bed and gasped. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," he squeaked, "and she's still here." Just then Goldilocks's eyes fluttered open. She saw three furry bear faces staring down at her. She screamed, jumped out of the bed, and didn't wait for a second thought. She ran down the stairs, flew out the front door, and didn't stop running until she was safely back in her own home. From that day forward, Goldilocks learned a very important lesson: never to enter someone's house without being invited. And she never forgot the adventure of Goldilocks and the three bears. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more wonderful adventures. See you next time.